Great. Okay, good evening. Welcome to our today webinar, Grow with SnackVideo, Unlock the Indonesia Traffic Potential. And I'm Yufu from 7.5 Degree. So a very short introduction about ourselves. 7.5 Degree is the first Chinese information and service platform focused on Southeast Asia's new economy. And before we begin, I would like to invite our speaker and panelists to have a brief self-introduction. Let's start from Mr. Zhu Zihao. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Yufu. Hi, everyone. My name is Zihao. So I lead the sales strategy and partnership effort at Kuaishou. So I've been joining Kuaishou for almost a bit more than 6 months. Before that, I worked for Google for 4.5 years. And before that, I worked for a mobile internet company called App Annie as well. So thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here with the panelists.
Okay, thank you, Zihao. Next, let's from my screen, let's go with Ms. Yenny.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yenny. I'm the tech writer for dailysocial.id. We are a tech media that writing about the startups and technology company ecosystem in Indonesia. So I'm looking forward for this discussion. Hopefully we can gain something from the panelists. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Annie, Yenny. Sorry, let's go with Mr. Muyuno. Hello, Mr. Muyuno.
Hello, everyone. Hey, good. Yes, you guys can hear me, right? Hello.
Okay.
Yep. Good evening. It's a pleasure. My name is Mulyono. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Desti. Desti help Indonesian merchant to go online with some of the tools like landing page, online stores, and digital menu. So, I can't wait to have more discussion with you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Muyuno. We also have Ms. Astrid from Last Mall, but she will join us around 20 minutes later. And I think he will join us in the panel discussion sessions. Okay, let me keep it short because my speech is not important. Let's go with Mr. Zhu's speech. So he will introduce the SnackVideo and the Indonesian internet traffic market also. So yeah, I pass the turn to Mr. Zhu.
Thank you, Yufu. So also thank you 7.5 Degree for inviting me to share the insights with attendees. So also thank you everyone for spending this hour with us. So let me present my screen first. Right. So I guess I'm presenting, right?
Yeah, you can do the presenter mode.
Yeah, give me a minute. All right, so let's get started. So like I introduced a bit before, I lead the ad strategy and partnership effort at Kuaishou. So today I will introduce about Kuaishou's solutions in Indonesia and our product and our users insights share with the audience. So today, my sharing will be 4 parts. The first part is talk a little bit about the Indonesian's internet momentum. And secondly, I will be introducing about Kuaishou, the company and our products and our users in Indonesia. And thirdly, I will be sharing of our latest ads product and ads solutions to the group. And lastly, we also, because we are already kicking off our commercialization this year, so we will also have, some success stories that I can share with you for your reference. So the first part is the Indonesian momentum. This is basically why we are all here gathered in this late hour, to learn more about how to drive growth in the Indonesian market. So based on a very recent research conducted by Bain and Company, and it's actually quite fascinating to see how the magnitude of Indonesia's internet economy has grown to such a high level in 2021. Actually, lots of people because the whole world is under the pandemic, but for internet economy, it's kind of like, boosted and reaccelerated it growth, based on, users changing their behaviors digitally. So as you can see, actually the pandemic has helped, well, not helped. The pandemic has been a tailwind for most of the internet economy. And for the slide here, you can see that the whole economy's growth merchant value has grown almost 50% in 2021, and is expected to grow to be doubled in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years, by 2025. So it's actually a very strong momentum across the world. Indonesia is definitely one of the most exciting places to be globally. So I can see there's QA already showing up on the Zoom meeting. Should we wait till the last, or should we can do live Q&A, Yufo?
Oh, you can continue first.
Okay, all right. So the growth is not only from one sector. Many of us know already that the e-commerce is a very big deal in Indonesia. It's booming, and there are lots of e-commerce players in the field, no matter it's large giants or smaller or medium-sized players. So from here, you can see, the magnitude of e-commerce is definitely the main, driving force of Indonesia's, digital economy's growth. But for other sectors like transportation, food, those local services, they are also growing very fast. Also because of the shift of users' behaviors. And for online travel, hospitality industry used to be one of the most important sector in Indonesia, but it got hit very seriously by the pandemic. And the recovery will take a very long time. So you can see from the forecast from Bain and company, it probably will only be recovered to the pre-pandemic level by 2025. So this is something we need all pay extra attention to. And for online media, because during the whole work from home or stay at home period, lots of users have increased their time spent on mobile, on PC, digitally, in order to connect with each other. So from here, you can see this is also one of the most fasting for online media, including entertainment, music, streaming service, etc. It is one of the most, highest growing sector across the whole economy. So not only this, but also there are lots of new users are, getting their internet connection for the first time. So based on some research before, only in this first half of the year, there are more than 27 million, Indonesian users get online for the first time, and they will be staying, on the internet for, for the rest of the years. So it's actually quite exciting to see the momentum in Indonesia. This is also why that Kuaishou as a company has invested a lot in Indonesia as well. So next, I will be introducing a bit more about Kuaishou and our products in Indonesia. So Kuaishou is actually a Chinese internet company that was born a bit more than 10 years ago. We started as a GIF maker, to help users generate those internet memes. So we took off as a GIF editor and pivoted to a short form video platform 5-6 years ago, due to the user behavior shifting from text to image and then to videos. So we have been doing very successfully back then, and we have became a public company earlier this year. So here are some of the key stats that we are having, or that we can share with you at the moment. So based on our latest quarter's financial statement, Kuaishou as a company, our product has accumulated more than 300 million daily active users, mostly in mainland China. And we have our, generally our user time, per daily active user is almost as high as 2 hours. So it's actually quite fascinating. Our users are very heavily engaged with us. So we want to bring that kind of, same momentum and same level of engagement to other markets as well. And for a bit more about our company's financial status, so from the right-hand side chart, you can see half of our revenue is actually generated from ads business, and more than a third of them are actually from live streaming and and also some e-commerce, live commerce, commission-based business model. So many of you probably are familiar with a Chinese internet landscape. So we are also among the top platforms. So from the left-hand side, you can see the user time share by apps developed by different companies are actually quite concentrated actually in mainland China. So like for example, Tencent's apps or Tencent apps family now probably occupy more than 1/3 of the overall user time in mainland China, mainly thanks to their services like WeChat and their mobile games. And ByteDance, the maker of TikTok and Douyin, and also Jinri Toutiao, occupied the second place. Kuaishou, because we are our killer app is the short form video app. So we are competing with them. Well, we are engaging with them in the same space with only one short form video app, and we are ranked as third according to a Quest Mobile report. So earlier this year, we have we have been exploring the globalization for quite a few years. And earlier this year, we have accumulated overall 1 billion monthly active users globally, thanks to our global expansion. We are now operating in 3 regions, including Southeast Asia and Latin America and Middle East and North Africa. So this is very important for our for our expansion in overseas markets. And we have launched several products in overseas markets, customized, made for different market dynamics and user scenarios. For instance, we like I mentioned, we have 3 regions, right? For Latin America and the MENA region, our product there are called Kuai, and that's why our ads platform is called Kuai for Business. And for the Southeast Asia and South Asia market, our product is, we launched a product called SnackVideo. We think this is more a better fit for the users and the users' interests in the region. So that's why we have 2 products, 2 short form video apps in the overseas markets. And today we're going to talk a bit more about SnackVideo. So SnackVideo is, if you are paying attention to the download chart, you can see that we are, we are regularly ranked as a top 10 in the markets that we operate. So earlier this year, we have announced in our financial, reports that we have surpassed 180 million monthly active users thanks to the products launched like SnackVideo and Kuai. And for like I said, we are trying to replicate our success in mainland China. So in Indonesia itself, our SnackVideo's user time spent has reached to a milestone. Every one of by average, our daily active users spend more than half an hour every day, according to App Annie data. But I have to say, App Annie data on this metrics is a bit underestimated. So actually, our user is actually more engaged than the stats is showing. But we are among those major social media platforms. Our growth is unparalleled compared to those large players, and we are rapidly catching up with them. And a bit more about our users' demographic and the user insights. So from here, you can see that based on our internal data, our users are relatively more gender balanced. 40% of our users are female, 60% are male, and we are not that kind of teenager apps. Our users' age distribution is also quite balanced. So for the age groups that are in between 18 to 36, this age group composed the vast majority of our user base, but for the rest, we do not have lots of like teenager users, and our users are or more senior users who which are aged more than 37 actually compose another 15% of our overall users. And based on our internal data, their geolocation is also relatively balanced. So half of them are actually living in metro areas and large cities. But we also are investing in those non-metro areas as well. We have been setting up our footprint in those rural areas and emerging areas as well. And SnackVideo's users are also showing very strong commercial intent based on internal user survey we have conducted back in this May. 60% of more than 60% of our users shopped more than once every month, and the most frequent or most top interest shopping commodities includes shoes, clothes, bags, those kind of grocery shopping, fashion related commodity, beauty related. They are very commonly mentioned by our users who responded to our surveys. And our content itself, mainly those short form videos, are also have very strong affinity to their commercial intent. For instance, 21% of our overall video views are associated with shoppable videos. Those videos are associated with grocery, beauty, consumer electronic, lifestyle, apparel, cosmetic related themes. And 20% of our users' watch time are also associated with video categories I've mentioned. And the last part is actually quite unique compared to other platforms. 39% of our users follow KOLs on SnackVideo, sharing content, or buying products through their the influence of those content creators. And we are also have lots of entertainment-driven users as well. So based on the same survey, 51% of our users said that they play video games more than an hour every day. And the most popular game genres, including first-person shooting or third-person shooting games, and also those matching casual games and sports games, casual action games, card games, are also frequently mentioned in the survey response as well. And kind of like the shoppable videos, 46% of our users says they follow gaming KOLs on SnackVideo, and 14% of them regularly interacted with those KOLs. Interactions includes follow, comment, likes. So that's pretty much about Kuaishou's or SnackVideo's user in Indonesia. And next, I will be sharing more about our ads solutions in Indonesia market, including branding and performance ads. First, let's move to performance ads. So for performance ads, we actually provide the full stack solutions to the advertisers. So everyone should be familiar with the digital marketing funnel, right? So we have solutions for driving awareness, driving reach to the audience, and we also have solutions for considerations, help you get more commercial intent or lower funnel or mid funnel users, and we also have conversion targeting as well. In order to help you drive maybe your sales or your overall ultimate business objectives as well. So we provide the full funnel solutions, no matter it's upper funnel, mid funnel, or lower funnel. So our campaign setting is also quite intuitive. It's very objective driven as well. when you are, have a clear campaign objective, campaign goals, you can set your target, you can select your target audience with different bidding strategies. For instance, if you are going to, your target audience is, like high value users, then you can bid on targeted ROAS related or ROI related, ad solutions, and you can, upload your creative videos accordingly in order to attract those specific target audience. So it's quite intuitive and a very structured way. So I think if you are interested in in using Kuai for business solutions, it shouldn't take you much time to get used to how to set up the campaign. And for the ads format, we have in-feed effects ads. We have different line of visualizations for you as well. These are the all in-feed video ads, but with different highlights in different sectors of your ads creative or copies. So this is also quite standard. If you are familiar with solutions in mainland China from those short form video platforms, this is actually very, very similar to the solutions we are observing in mainland China. And for the targeting, we will be supporting we are giving back the control, giving back the targeting control back to the advertisers. So you can pick whatever region, whatever language, age group, gender group, and interest or affinity based targeting audience based on your own business objectives. And also we have already integrated with some of the top, mobile measurement partners like AppsFlyer, Adjust, Kochava, etc., etc. So it should be easy if you are already working with those mobile measurement partners, it should be ready to work with us directly without many ongoing development efforts needed. So for our branding solutions, we provide two different ads formats. The first one is called, we renamed the solutions recently, called it IMAX Product Suite. So for the first screenshot, you can see this is actually an app open ads. So it will be called IMAX Flow. And for the second one and the third one are in different format or length. For the second one is IMAX cover image. It will be a static 5-second immersive image that when your user opens SnackVideo, they will be able to show to see your ads for 5 seconds. And for second one are a very short, only 5-second immersive video cover as well. So these are the three ads format we are supporting right now. So lastly, let me share some of the latest success stories we have developed with one of our most important partner in the region, Shopee. So Kuai has been working with Shopee from the very beginning of our commercialization kickoff. So Shopee is also very eager to work with us because they are probably one of the most top spenders in every market they operate. So they also are eager to explore new media channels to balance their UA investment. So they reach out to us and asked. So we piloted our ad solution with them in the very beginning. The results is actually also very exciting. So based on our 2 weeks campaign in Brazil, they have attracted more than 100 million impressions within 14 days. And based on the lower funnel performance, they also told us that our CPI, the delivered CPI, is also 10% lower than the benchmark they had in their mind. So we also based on the the solution we used are mostly the in-feed ads. So you can see no matter it's unboxing or product demonstration or those promotion related ads, they both work. They all worked quite well in Kuai for business solutions. And another one is it's not an ads solution or ads case per se, because we are a user-generated content platform. We also, have lots of flexibility and potentials in order to work with some of the top spenders if they want to engage or interact with their users, with their consumers. So actually, Shopee launched an Independence Day campaign with SnackVideo several months ago, and they have been they have successfully launched a very popular social media sensation in Indonesia. So more than 700,000 users has participated in the unboxing on Snack hashtag challenge, and 2,000 of our of those users have actually received prize back from Shopee by sharing those unboxing videos. So that's pretty much the some of the success case. We have worked with one of our most important partner, Shopee. So if you are also keen in working with us, here's some contact information. You can reach out to us. We also have Stephanie on the line. If you are interested in working with Kuaishou, investing in for business, for user acquisition, for advertising, feel free to reach Stephanie through through email or WhatsApp. So that's basically all my sharing from the presentation. I think I'll handle back to Yufu, right? Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool, great. Thanks, Zihao. Thank you. Very insightful information about the Indonesian market, and also we learned that how does SnackVideo help the advertiser or help the seller to gain more traffic in, and also we saw some successful stories. Okay, let's move the event to the next session. Panel discussion. I saw S3 is here. Yeah, thanks for Lee. So today we have Yenny from Daily Social as our moderator. Our panelists are S3 from Last Mall and from Desti. Of course, we have the help from SnackVideo to answer some questions. Yeah, Yenny, you may begin.
Thank you, Yufu. Hi, guys. Thank you for give your time to attend this interesting webinar, and thank you also from SnackVideo, which is known in Indonesia, right? I don't know that you have different kind of name globally, so it's very interesting facts that I found out tonight. So welcome Mulyono and Astrid to the floor, and I think what we are discussing tonight is about online traffic in Indonesia, especially for the campaign marketing strategy. Based on your experience running your business as a from Last Mile and also from Desti, how is it online traffic in Indonesia right now? I mean, is it increasingly good, even though the pandemic is disrupting most startups company and tech company, or is it in other way accelerate the online traffic in Indonesia? I start from you, Mulyono.
Hey, thank you, Yenny. Yes, for sure. I think the overall incremental is definitely there because of many reasons that we believe, right? The acceleration of digital penetration because of the pandemic, but also at the same time, I think the structure of the traffic also changed a little bit, right? I think because of the a crazy kind of amount of content start swamping the internet. I think the traffic especially of the commerce that traditionally started from search, no matter it came from the search engine or search from the platform marketplace. Right now, I think the traffic origin start having a structurally a change from traditionally search becoming content driven, right? So the main driver of the traffic is not only when people want to know what they want to buy or what they want to look after. Now the traffic came from, okay, I got inspirations or influence or information from the content of the creator, to be converted to the purchase intention. So I think that's what we how to say observe, and that's also what we believe will be also maintaining in the near future.
I see what you're saying, that content is creating traction, right? As a social commerce that launched during the pandemic, how is it you're running the marketing campaign and you know, managing the online traffic? Is it good for you, or you have a bit difficulties in the earlier?
So some people say, you know, some articles is saying us as
You that I can say is a COVID baby startup, right? Something like that.
We do.
Yeah.
I think 80% of our team, 90%. I haven't met 90% of my team member before last week, right? So, and some articles are saying us as a social commerce, but we are not. So just to clarify it, we just provide tools for merchants to go online, right? So we actually try to consolidate or aggregate social media and e-commerce. So we believe there's too many social media, there's too many e-commerce, there's too many, you know, other digital assets. I think we are there to consolidate it and making things more transparent. That's why our name is called Desti, come from destination. So we hope that we are the destination to be the digital asset platform. So that's how we think about it.
Thank you, Miliono. Let's go to Astrid. You running a big tech company right now in Indonesia, and how is it the progress of online traffic in Indonesia based on your experience, Astrid?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not the one who's running it. Just to clarify.
In a way.
Yeah, in a way, part of the team.
Yeah.
So I think adding on what Mulyono has said, right? I think during the pandemic, we experienced the increase in traffic, where I think it's the year where Indonesian consumers start learning in terms of online shopping, right? They cannot go to the mall, and then so they go to online shopping. And I can also see the growth of, so you mentioned about content, but I can see even in our platform that live streaming content and live streaming is really helping the sellers to sell more, because they cannot open their offline store. Then they have to be creative with how to reach their consumers. So they use a lot of content on social media, and in our platform they are utilizing our live streaming to drive the consumer to their store. You know, just like utilizing it like it's to give experience for the consumer that it's as if they're in an offline store. So we see the growth right last year, and I think we still what do you say? We still benefited this year, but I think now getting the right share of voice, right? Getting the right people are going digital. I think the government is also now really supporting, have lots of initiatives in terms of digital acceleration to improve the increase like people going online. But I think then the challenges for brands, sellers, everyone is like how to cut through all this all this traffic, like how to get them to notice you. I think that's the challenge. But I can see that Indonesia internet traffic is going to to continue to grow. We know that the source is really mainly coming from the mobile, right? The mobile penetration is still high, and people are still accessing. But I think now the challenge for all the platforms, e-com and everything is like, or brands, like how to get that share of voice amongst the traffic. Yeah.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but mostly Last Mall is selling all the groceries or health product. Not only that, but also fashion and also like voucher belanja and stuff like that, right? Is it something that you come up with during the pandemic, or it's already there before the pandemic?
Yeah, so I think it's already there. So
Okay.
fashion has always been our biggest category, right? Fashion and electronic and FMCG.
Yeah.
But I think during the pandemic, we see lots of growth
Yes.
in the grocery side,
Yeah.
in the groceries, and also hobbies, right? Like and then even like the home and living, like people are start renovating, even
Yes.
home improvement, and then cooking, people started having the stay-at-home hobbies, right? But now we see again the shift, like last year the traveling product, like your bags and travel is really not growing, but like this year traveling already started, and it started to grow again. So there is always a consumer behavior shift uh, related to the conditions, but it's really interesting. And how you have to always keep up and ensuring that you have the right assortment, so when people
Yes.
come, yeah, that you have what they are looking for. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go to Zihao right now. Did I pronounce your name right? I'm sorry if I butcher your name.
Yeah.
Zihao.
You're pronouncing really well.
Okay, good then. So can you share when is it the right time for startups, company in every scale when it comes to using the right traffic, the right tools to increase their online traffic? When is it the right time for them to do that?
Well, in general, I would say, for most companies, it's you should start with the very beginning. Even though you are, establishing a new business, you have to keep in mind that doing digital advertising or buying online traffic is actually essential to your business success, right? So currently, no matter you are large corporate or small medium-sized business, or even a independent business, you have to keep that in mind, because if you want to scale, means if you want to grow, you certainly have to find the growth drivers, and digital advertising itself actually provided you the weapon to do that. So I would say, no matter how big or small your business is, you should consider it at the very beginning. And maybe for most companies, starting a small budget with a clear objective, and iterate either your campaign or your digital objective is very essential to your future success.
Okay. So, Mulyana, do you agree with Zihao said that you have to start from the early beginning? From what I see, it's most companies doing the aggressive campaign marketing when they want to launch something, they want to introduce some products or something that they will introduce in the platform. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mulyana. Is it something that you are recognized from the earlier, or something that spontaneously happened?
I think as a startup, generally, no matter it is a tech startup or just a pure e-commerce seller, I think the mentality or the characteristic of being trial and error should start from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Even before you really like have the name for the product or company, generally you should start, right? And I do agree that not every chance, not every trial will have a magic. I think the success story usually is created after your success, right?
Yeah.
I think generally you'll see more mistakes / failures rather than success. So the only way to make sure that you will see your success is keep trying. So I generally believe that the organic or paid activities, especially in digital related kind of activities, you have to start from the early beginning, or even from the zero, right? So
Okay.
yes.
Yanni, I want to add,
Yeah.
some point.
Yes, go ahead.
At some point. Yeah. So actually I came with a very long time, gaming and app development, background. I served lots of gaming and app developers. So lots of them, when they are designing their product, they're developing their products in the very early stage, they already have a mindset in them. They want to test with certain traffic to know whether this feature works or not, this naming works or not. So they will have a very strong A/B testing mindset and in the very beginning. So they use digital traffic, they use advertising as a weapon for them to test and try. Those, like I said, using small budget to do that is actually can avoid catastrophic failures. And most of them iterate along the way. The naming, the icon, or the button on button's position on the screen. Most of them are actually based on decided by a series of iterations. It can be decided. You won't be able to have the luck to be right in the very beginning.
Okay, thank you, Zihao. So Astrid, is there any tricks that you can share with us when it comes to launch online campaign in Indonesia? Because we have a very diverse community, right? And you have to serve in every kind of level, every different kind of level. Maybe you have a certain or signature style from Lasmall when it comes to marketing campaign.
Okay, so if this is more of a platform campaign, right? Lasmall overall, I think it's really there's no special tricks. Yeah, I think we have I think like what Mulyono said, right? Every brands, every platform, they always have the there's no one size fits all when it comes to digital marketing. I think it's always a test and learn. It's always about understanding who your audience is, who you're targeting, and find the right formula for them, right? Like for example, like we understand based on our data who is our last mile consumers, and then what content appeal to them. I mean, we have of course, we have like the whole team of our branding, social, working with our marketing intelligence team as well, and then from the assortment, from the commercial team as well, like what do they have assortment that they have to offer, and from all of that, then what kind of things that will appeal to our audience, that will bring them to our platform, right? So it's all about understanding the audience. It's all about testing and learning. And even when I'm talking to our brand partners who's going to launch something, to launch their new product in our platform, again, it's always a different category. Different brand has a different strategy. Like for example, for premium beauty, influencers or key opinion leaders are more impactful, rather than they go heavy on performance ads, for example. So listening to those influencers is more beneficial for this premium beauty. But if you have a more high reach mass or mobile tablet, then you have to go as wide a reach as possible, right? But again, like what I said earlier, there's no one size fits all, and it really depends on the maturity of your brand, maturity of your product, and who is your audience, and how you can utilize. And I think what is important in digital marketing is all about being agile and adaptive to changes, right? There is always like a shift on consumer behavior. There's always like today, let's say today it was like Instagram story is the thing, and then suddenly TikTok came, right? So there's always something new, and then suddenly the consumer has shifted, and again, and sometimes as well that there's no it's not always that you have to go broad, right? Again, you have to really understand where is your brand in the market, and then like which audience that you want to target. Sometimes even like going to a specific community can also help you. So I think that's also what we are doing. We are not going only broad, but even like our social and PR team also always engaging to a specific community to engage them with our specific category. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going. I will go to you, Mulyono, as a brand new platform. is it something that you are still struggling when it comes to online advertising? Is it the right time for you to launch aggressively or choosing the right momentum?
So our product's a little bit more. We are not consumer product, right?
Right.
Like SnackVideo or Lazada.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a little bit more B2B or B to small b at least.
Mm-hmm.
So the playbook is a little bit different. So for us, we really need to making sure our product is ready or at least reliable.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can easily attract using marketing or any different promotions activities. I'm saying it in a good way.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why for us, we really need to be sure when our product is ready for scalability. Otherwise, the money will just be wasted. So
Yeah.
that's why actually even until now, we are still kind of in a stealth mode. Never done anything. Only some of the funding announcement. Just because I think we still need to sometimes to polish the product.
Okay. So, Zihao, I saw earlier during your presentation that most 60% of your users are male and
Yes.
40% are female. It's very interesting because mostly social media platform is, female is more dominant than male. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. So in terms of key demographic, how is it helping the brand or the platform to boost their online advertising campaign?
Well, firstly, I would encourage everyone to not be too obsessive with, demographics.
Really?
Right?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though I shared the, the stats, doesn't mean that, hey, if you are a game developer, you only want male players. That does not work anymore in the normal, world.
Okay.
Actually, we are seeing lots of, user behavior shift, in recent years. So more and more, we are relying on, interest-based, affinity-related metrics rather than simply just demographics. Demographics, using demographic stats has a long history, right? And most, probably from the print ads or TV ads, but in the more engaged or interactive, mobile economy, I actually want everyone to be less obsessive with, with the demographic, but if you want to start a campaign, if you want to build a campaign strategy, the step one is always to, understand your own product's strengths and the value proposition. So what kind of business you want to drive, what kind of, stage you are in, and what kind of objectives you are setting for the near and mid-term, are actually the fundamental of your campaign strategy. So for instance, if you want to, if you are launching a new app, or a new, e-commerce platform, you probably want to reach out to your most, fit users, potential core users, right? So based on that, you will need to understand, hey, do I need to go to the mass audience, or do I need to, focus on niche audience? Maybe my inventory is more about grocery, focused. Then you cannot go to mass audience, right? Maybe I am developer of a shooting game. You cannot target everyone, right? Because probably only a small fraction, a small percentage of the users actually play games. So it's more about what kind of objectives you are building and how do you position your product itself. And secondly is when you have attracted the first group of audience, the first batch of users, learn from them, let them drive the community. If you are, building those, interactive products, and learn from them, listen to their feedback and understand, hey, should I go, scale right now, or should I, polish my product at the current stage? And thirdly, if you are, everything are ready, driving the it's more about aggressively investing in user acquisition, in advertising, and also probably you need to invest more in user operations, those kind of things as well. So in my opinion, first is always to understand your own products, value proposition, and your market positioning.
Okay, thank you, Zihao. Wow. Okay, thank you for your information. And we've come to our next session, which is the Q&A. There's a lot of questions to answer from all the panelists. You have different kind of answer, a question from the audience. But first, I wanna give the floor to all of you that willing to answer this. There are a lot of a type of ads like feed or open app ads for traditional business and online business. How to choose ad types? Maybe Zihao, you wanna chime in, or Mulyono, or Astrid?
Yeah, sure. So for feed ads,
Okay.
because feed ads are embedded in users' news feed or users' video feeds, so it will be very personal for users. So it's not something for for mass reach. So feed ads is right now provided by SnackVideo is more performance advertising. So if your objective is drive business growth, drive conversions, or drive clicks, those mid funnel or lower funnel metrics, you should be considering feed ads. But for app open ads, because if you are adopting that solution, it will show your ads to all the users who open SnackVideo, on the same day. So it's something for mass reach. So if you are, promoting something, like maybe Lasmo, if you are having maybe Christmas, promotion, you want to reach out to everyone, that's the solution, the product for you. And for some, for if you have any new film, new movie, ongoing, or if you are a newly opened restaurant, you want to target certain, areas, that's something you should try. So it's based on different objectives.
Okay. So this question is again for you, Zihao. Compared to other social media, what are the advantages of SnackVideo apps?
So actually, there are lots of social media available everywhere, especially in Indonesia, right? Indonesia has the user population, and it's emerging. All the stats are growing, and SnackVideo is one of the players in the social media, contest. So, like I mentioned, also mentioned by Yenny, our users' profile are actually different. We are more gender balanced. For other social media, they are definitely more female dominated or female, lead. And the advertisers on those platforms are probably more branding focused because, or those, branding focused because they want to attract female consumers. But for us, we are more balanced. And compared to other social media, we only started our commercialization, our ads business in recent months. So actually lots of our users have never seen ads in SnackVideo before. That means our inventory, our traffic is actually, I won't say a golden mine, but it's, it's in the early stage. If you have worked with the early stage platforms before, you will realize, hey, this is actually a very, good period to start working with a platform with our scale.
Okay. So this question is for Mulyono and also for you, Zihao. For Mulyono, can I post ads on SnackVideos and then sell my stuff on my own website set up by Desti? And for Zihao, can I sell stuff on SnackVideos? Maybe Mulyono, you can answer first.
I think Zihao should answer first. I think.
Oh, okay.
The door is on his hand. So
okay.
Actually, the short answer is yes. We provide those. We provide channels, ways to upload your commodity, your products on your own channel, and you can either use ad solutions or you can post the videos, no matter it's live commerce or just playback video commerce. We provide those kind of a capability right now, but it's not a very we are not selling ad solutions specifically for that kind of requirements or that kind of a demand.
Okay. So Mulyono, you wanna chime in?
Yeah, so yeah, that's perfect. So I believe I'll ping Zhao after this session to get more collaboration.
Okay.
Whoever asking this, please set up your online store with us as soon as possible, and do your content in SnackVideo. I would like to see the performance.
Okay. So next question is, hi, I'm an e-commerce seller. I sell clothes on Lazada. May I know how does small SnackVideo can help me to boost my sales? Maybe Astrid, you can give the answer.
Okay, so I'm not really good. So I think in terms of the SnackVideo, Chao, you can add later. But I think as a Lazada seller, right, that I think now it's more it's the more important for you how to catch the so us in Lazada, of course, every day, like we always drive traffic to the platform, right?
Yeah.
But then you as a seller, then you have to play it really smart, how to ensure that those traffic that we're bringing to our platform will go to your store. So it has to be a combination of you also bringing additional consumer from outside, right? Like perhaps like the SnackVideo that you can provide from extra traffic to bring it to your store. But in terms of from our on-site as well, sellers can also utilize our on-site solutions, right? So first you bring the audience from outside using SnackVideo or other channels, and then when they're already inside, then you can like utilize our solutions like the sponsored search, or even like our CPM banners and other our campaign tools or live streaming. So basically find the right balance, like which one is working for you. You can test on it, like first you see you're using your user generated content like the live streaming where you can use it for free, and then see how it impacts to your store. And then perhaps like if you are bringing traffic from outside, like what is the impact? And then again, if you mix it with the sponsor search, how is it? So again, the message is always like mix and match, test and learn. And again, like what Shahal said earlier, it's about knowing your product, knowing your audience, knowing who you are targeting to, and find what is actually will stick with them and will make them come to your store. Yeah.
So basically, Lazada open for every platform, right? There's no exclusive partnership whatsoever for now.
Sorry, meaning?
I mean, is there any chance that you have a collaboration exclusively with SnackVideos, maybe?
At the moment, no, we don't have any exclusive collaboration. So I think for sellers or brands to drive traffic to their store, to our platform, they can use any channels. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Astrid. So Zihao, is there any front fee to set up SnackVideo business account? And also for Mulyono, is there any Desti for setting up as a store? Is there any free fee also for Desti? So how much is it? They want to know, Zihao.
So I think our sales rep Stephanie, who is also on the Zoom call, have reached out. Will reach out to those ones who have asked how to set up a SnackVideo, business account. So it will be free. We won't charge you, any service fee, but we will charge those advertising budget as well, based on performance.
Okay.
And it should be very, like I introduced, it is very intuitive to set up, but we need to, follow up. We need to, run through the contracting, process first. So yeah, Stephanie is reaching out to the folks who are interested in working with us.
Okay. So for this is a subscription plan, or you have something?
So our business model is very clear. No setup fee, no subscription. We'll only small portion when you sell.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So hi, thanks for all the speakers. I am from logistic company. May I know your opinion that how to treat the relationship between the Indonesian e-commerce market and the short video market? Ziao, maybe you can answer that.
Well, I can
Logistic
borrow
and
some of my,
video, SnackVideo.
yeah, actually I can borrow some of my experience from mainland China as a
Okay.
consumer. Actually, the e-commerce and short form video in mainland China are bonding very closely. So no
Okay.
matter it's live commerce or those on demand or playback video commerce, they are quite common in mainland China right now. So if you're paying attention on industry news, the GMV for the top two short form video platforms on those e-commerce or retail activities actually are probably more than 1,000 billion, I think, more than 1 trillion, RMBs a year. So actually, it's going to the roof since its inception only 2 years ago, I think. So it's quite common, and also thanks to platforms like Taobao, people are getting more used to buying things based on the content creators recommendation. So it's actually quite common. I would say it will be a strong synergy, not competition, for e-commerce market and short form video market.
Okay. So next question is, what are the difference between SnackVideo business account and TikTok business account?
I don't think I can comment on TikTok business account. I'm not familiar with it
Just
either.
the name. The difference is only the name, right? But the practice is the same, probably.
I won't say it's the same. We
Okay.
are both short form video platforms, but it's actually a quite large sub vertical, and we are working together to drive the adoption and to help the market to boost their creativities by using our services.
Okay. So I want to ask, in terms of name, you have different name in every country. Is it difficult for you to brand your name when it comes to awareness globally?
Well, at the beginning of Kuaishou's internet globalization, we have set up different teams for different regions because we know that being there locally actually is important to our business success. So actually, the good news is, the two products I shared before successfully, gained large attraction from those local markets. So SnackVideo is the product for Southeast Asia and South Asia market. So we are already quite, we already have a very sizable user base here. We will continue to invest in the region, but the naming is, I know it's confusing for some of the advertisers, but for the users, they will only be able to use one of our services. But for advertisers, we use a different name called Kuai for business for our ads platform.
Okay. So how about the next question is, how about the average budget that many business owners spend on SnackVideo?
We cannot disclose that because it's kind of the advertisers information or their data. But if you are interested in working with us, if you are unsure about our performance, I will still suggest you test with us with a small budget. We also have certain incentive policy for those early adopters. If you are working with us, you may be able to get certain certain amount of ads credit in order to help you get started.
Okay, so there's another questions. I think it's hidden in the chat. What is the average conversion rate for SnackVideo ads?
That again is the data for the advertisers. We cannot disclose that based on our data compliance.
Okay, but so far so good, right?
Yeah, I've shared the case study with Shopee, right? So their CPI we delivered to Shopee is 10% lower than other platforms. So actually, I would say it's very competitive.
Okay, so I'm still waiting the question from the audience that you can ask to Mulyono and also Astrid, not only Zihao. But I want to ask Mulyono, we've come to the end of 2021. How is it Desti plan for 2022 in terms of online advertising? Is it going to be aggressively, or you guys still, because you are targeting B2B, it doesn't necessarily need it to boost your online advertising plan?
We are going to be a little bit more aggressive than before,
Right.
for sure.
Okay.
We do still consider online or online advertising or generally digital marketing as one of our key acquisition channel because of we want to be aggressive. So yes, so like I said, I think I'll definitely reach out to Zhao for potential collaboration, or as simple as a commercial to get into SnackVideo.
Okay. So Astrid, Lazada is also aggressively launching online advertising, not only on digital but also on offline. You guys spreading in every social media platform that already in Indonesia. Is it something that you guys are doing in terms of online advertising, targeting all the social media platform, or you have a few favorites when it comes to this campaign, that campaign, for boosting your program, maybe?
Okay, so there's never we cannot call it a favorite, yeah.
Okay.
At the end of the day, when you're talking about marketing, right? When you're talking about then we have two buckets, right? We always have the branding, digital for branding and awareness. And then we also have the performance bucket. So in the performance one, it's always clear there are specific metrics that you have to fulfill, right? Whether it's cost per install, or cost per new buyers, or cost per order, things like that you have to keep. So again, it's always like managing between the channels to fulfill that objective. And then when it comes to the branding awareness, of course, there is always the cost per impressions, and then also the reach and engagement. And we also always link it back to how is this branding bringing an uplift to our organic traffic as well, right? Because I think that's how we always see it, right? Between the performance traffic coming from our performance marketing, or the organic traffic that of course it comes from our offline media like out of home and TV, because I think despite the growth, I think Indonesia market is still a high is a high TV viewers, right? I think that's still impacting your awareness. I think all the platform is still using it, but I think that the digital touch point is something is still important, but again, we always see based on that metric. So it's not really, again, I think in relation to when we're talking about reach, right? We know that in Indonesia right now, the big social media, it's still dominating in terms of the audience. I mean, even like you mentioned earlier, there is TikTok, right? And then it came, and then but I think what Shahao is also explaining earlier, like how I mean, in terms of their performance, they are also comparable and competitive with other platforms. So again, this is something that it really depends whether your objective is all about reach or there's a certain metrics. Then you can work with specific or various channels on that one. Yeah.
So are you heavily depend on online, or you guys still doing offline activity as well right now?
It still has to be online and offline.
Right.
I think when you're talking about as the big e-com platform, right? I think now again we're also fighting for the share of voice of our consumers, share of mind of our consumers. So again, it's always like it has to be a mix of the offline and online, and even like the community PR and everything. It has to be a combination of all the marketing.
Okay, thank you. So Zihao, how is it SnackVideo growth in Indonesia? Is there something, some community that rise more in compared to other community, or like you said earlier, most your user are male? Is it something to do with the game that you mentioned previously, that dominating the users in snack videos in Indonesia, or correct me if I'm wrong?
We haven't actually channeled our user profiles
Okay.
very heavily before. So the stats I shared before are more of a natural user growth trajectory. So somehow our users are 60% male, and it's not, it's not driven by certain specific activities, but more of a natural results. But Kuaishou in mainland China has been an app for everyone. So we also want to maintain that value in our globalization as well. So we will be building the platform, the products for every users to have their voice being heard, have their them to be seen. So it will still be the main theme for our consumer products.
So do you have a creator community also on SnackVideo?
Yes, we do. And
Okay.
we are also working with certain MCNs in order to, help our content creators, to engage with their interact with their most engaged users and help them, monetize as well.
Okay. So there's another question for you, Zihao. How about the average budget that many business owners spend on SnackVideo? Maybe you can share the average, maybe.
We actually, I think I already answered that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We cannot disclose that type of figures because those data belongs to the advertisers.
Okay, but it's customizable, right? I mean, it range from low to higher, right?
Yeah, if you are a small business, you are not certain with our performance, you can start with several hundred or several $1,000 per day with us in the beginning. That's totally fine. But if you are a big business, if you want to like get a blast campaign in the first couple of days, you definitely need to increase your budget.
Okay, so maybe this is the question that can be answered by the three panelists. What is the 3 takeaways for the advertiser when it comes to online advertising? Maybe you can share the most important things, 3 only. Zihao, maybe you can start.
Yeah, so 3 takeaways for advertiser, right?
Yeah.
So actually the first one especially for advertisers in Indonesia, I would say is do not set a limit for yourself. So actually, I have been working with lots of advertisers and developers in the past few years. Indonesia, along with other emerging markets like India, are very often, hot topics between among those developers. But most of them were quite skeptical about the actual outcome in their investment. For example, they have seen that the #1 game in Indonesia back in 5 years ago in 2016 was actually Clash of Clans. So Clash of Clans, their daily revenue in their weekly revenue in Indonesia is actually less than 100K per week. But that's actually not the ceiling. It's a glass ceiling that can be easily shattered every year. So when one of my previous clients, actually Mobile Legends, entered the market, they are aspired to be the #1, and right now their weekly revenue is more than 300K. So more than 3 times compared to the numbers set by Clash of Clans. So actually, I think for emerging markets, for fast-growing markets like Indonesia, you should not set a limit for yourself. And the second one, I think if you want to achieve next level growth in Indonesia, you have to be there locally, because Indonesia has very diverse culture and to be frank, very imbalanced economy as well. The vast majority of the new internet users are actually from non-metro areas, even rural areas. So it will be hard for you to scale if you are not there. It will be hard for you to reach to those emerging and growing user bases. And lastly, I would say you need to act fast because it's a very fast changing economy in Indonesia. For instance, if you are waiting for the digital wallet penetration to be high level, if you will be too late for the party. It will for right now. I think the digital wallet penetration is less than 1/3 in Indonesia, but it will be more than 75% in the next 3 years. If you are not there to learn how to work with different ecosystems of value providers, ecosystem players, you won't be able to stay relevant in the market. So
Okay.
do not set a limit, and be there locally, and act fact will be my 3 key takeaways.
Okay, Astrid, maybe you want to share 3 takeaway for advertisers?
Okay, so I think on the top line levels, more or less not much different or not too far away from what Shahal already said. But I think from me, like what I said earlier, right? I think first is it's always never be afraid of to test and learn. You can start small and you test and learn what works best for you, right?
Okay.
And then I think second, again, related like what y'all mentioned, is all about understanding your local. And then yes, again, for me, it's all about understanding who you are talking to and who will buy your product. Sometimes there's always there's always a new market that you don't think of, right? Like I mean, in our platform, there is sometimes like there is a collaborations between brands because that they are talking to the same product, to the same audience. So they work together and they bundle their product and offer it to the consumer. So again, it's all about understanding your consumer and audience. And I think the third one, yes, again, is all about agility. It's all about adaptive to changes and all about learning something new. There's always something new every day, especially on the digital side. There's always a new thing that really ticks with the consumer. There is new things that so you have to be really be aware of those changes and react fast towards it. Something that you cannot do in offline media, but you can do it on a digital scale.
Okay, last one, Mulyono, maybe you can share.
I think I'm not going to repeat what already saying.
Okay.
I think only one that I feel also very, very crucial, especially for new brands or new sellers or new advertisers, new products. That be creative. Don't follow what people has been doing, especially the success one, right? Success usually do not repeat twice or even more. So be creative, and please listen to Astrid and Sal.
Okay.
Create your own success, yeah.
Right. Do not copy paste. Okay, thank you, Zihao, Mulyono, and Astrid for your time, and hopefully all the audience can get insightful, from this short time of a webinar. So I give back the floor to you, Yufu, for the closing statement. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Yeni. Thanks all our speakers and panelists. And personally, I'm thinking that the 3 takeaways that's shared by Zihao and Astrid and Mulyono is really useful, like keep learning new stuff and don't set your limit, or it's really like, it's like life learning course. It's not only for the advertisers. Yeah. Okay, and before we end, I would like to thanks again for all our speakers and panelists and moderators, especially for Ms. Yeni, for supporting the event. And of course, the most important is our audience. And we still have some audience, like 50+ in our room. And I do hope you learn some stuff throughout the whole session. This time, we really have a very good and amazing speakers and panelists. Also, we will send a follow-up email to all our attendants later or tomorrow. It will include how to claim your free credit coupons with SnackVideo. Do check your inbox and even spam inbox tomorrow. Okay, once again, thank you for joining us tonight, and I hope to see you again in our next event or in the Daily Socials event, in all the events. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
I just end the meeting. Yeah. Bye.